Raider Nation, what is going on? Chief High Smoke back to you with another one. And I'm asking myself this question: who is the next quarterback going to be for the Las Vegas Raiders after Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell? Well, Gardner Minshew was a disaster. Aiden O'Connell, he was pretty decent. Should have beat the Chiefs in that game. If he played every game in Arrowhead Stadium, he might go 14-3. But being he only can play there one time a year, both those games have been pretty impressive. And I've left those games thinking that's the quarterback of the future for the Raiders. But uh, as the season went on, it turned out, the Raiders wanted to go in a different direction. I feel like it's a revolving door for that coaching staff. But they get a proven, respected head coach in Pete Carroll. They got a offensive coordinator who's been around the league for a long period of time. Knows the incoming college guys coming in Chip Kelly. Um, they're a quarterback away from being a pretty dangerous team. They got some holes on defense. Let's be honest here. But it looks like by that press conference, I saw Pete Carroll and Max Crosby talking. So it doesn't seem like they're going to be trading Max Crosby after that conversation. So he's going to be a part of the Raiders. They got Wilkerson coming back from injury. It wasn't a great year for him, but injuries kind of made it so he made 80 million coming over from the Dolphins. You were thinking it's gonna be he's gonna be a 10 sack a guy and stop the run, but really injuries prevented that, and they weren't able to get any production from him. Um, Wilkins is his name, I believe, not Wilkinson. Um, but for the Raiders, offensive line, is an issue too as well. Matthew Stafford, I believe, is the option at quarterback for the Raiders. Look, they need a proven guy who's played in playoff games before. He knows how to win games. Stafford, never really will throw you out of a football game. In Detroit, he used to do that. It seems like now with the Rams, he's more careful with the football. Um, and all he does is win games and get to the playoffs. And he does it in a tough division in the NFC West too as well. I believe for the Raiders, this is your option. This is your guy right here. You call the Rams up and you say, what deal can I do for Matthew Stafford? It's perfect. An AFC team calling an NFC team and trying to get a quarterback here. Uh, I'm thinking about the compensation. Probably be a second round pick next year and a third round pick this year. That'll get the job done for me. Maybe that's a little bit too much for a 37-year-old quarterback, but look, he's got 2 more years left on his deal. It's pretty cheap, $40 million a year. The Raiders got $95 million in cap space. This is a team that is licking their chops here in free agency. They're going to pick up some solid players here. They might even get a few players from the Chiefs as well. Nick Bolton and Trey Smith are going to hit free agency as well. So I look for the Raiders to do some big things here in the offseason. Make a splash in free agency. Possibly, I don't think they're going to do anything in the draft. They might trade back, honestly, pick up some more draft picks. Because that's what they need. They need as many draft picks as they can. They need to clear the holes up. Whatever's not available in the draft, like left tackle is thin in the draft. Um, I think they got Colton Miller over there, but maybe they're looking at a right tackle as well. I don't really know that team too well. DJ Glaze was pretty solid for them as well. But the Raiders need to fill those holes in free agency and then really address the draft, the strengths. Now, I think Pete Carroll is going to go defense first round in the draft. Hopefully, they can Abdul Carter falls to them. I don't think he will, though. You're hearing some of the Shador Sanders hype. I think they should stay away from him. Um, let somebody else take Shador Sanders. Um, I just think any other year, if this was last year when there was a quarterback heavy class, Shador wouldn't even have been a first round pick. Um, like last year's quarterbacks are so much more elite than Shador was, and Shador, he's made some good plays, and I just don't think he's worthy of a first round pick from what I've seen in his college career. But the Raiders are missing a quarterback, and I think Mathew Stafford is their guy that they go to. The only question is what the compensation would be, but I don't think you go to Sam Darnold. Um, it's just he's just not an option for me at quarterback. I think Stafford would be the better choice, in my opinion. And then maybe in the second round, I said a second round pick next year in next year's draft, third round pick this year. Maybe in the second round you grab a Milrow, Jalen Milrow, and you have Stafford groom that guy for a couple of years, like a Jordan Love situation. So it's good to have options at the quarterback position. I think they'll hold on to O'Connell too as well. So you'll have Stafford, O'Connell, and then I think you'll have that rookie quarterback, whether it be Milrow, maybe somebody else they go with. But in that Chip Kelly offense, you'd like a mobile quarterback, someone that can get outside of the pocket and then work that no huddle offense. But yeah, that's about it for this one on who I think the Raiders' next quarterback will be. Thank you for watching.